Hello, welcome back to Totally Random. Okay, so we have our can of IPA here. Now, this is obviously not a lockpicking video. Okay, so to my right over here, which you can't see, there's 2 litres of water in a 5 litre vessel, and there's another 750ml in another 3 litre vessel. So what we're going to do is we've got a 30 litre carboy here. And dump that in. This is freshly sanitised, as you may have seen in the last video. Our can is nice and clean, as is our can opener. Off to the left there is 300 grams of dextrose, and that's why you clean the lid, because if the lid falls in there, well, you don't want the lid in there. So we take our can of goo, pour it in the boiling water, or the freshly boiled water I should say. This is a good idea to have a tea towel handy, which is just out of reach. However, as soon as this stops flowing, we'll grab it. So there's 300 grams of dextrose, 250 grams I should say, of, that's enough, of 250 grams of dextrose, 300 grams of malt. Now I need this so I don't burn myself. This part is important. So what I'm doing off camera here is just getting the last bits out with the hot water. There's all sorts of malt and hops and goodness in the can. A lot of people don't worry about this, but others do. So yeah. Being totally random, and this is a totally random thing to do because I enjoy a beer while I pick locks. So in goes the last of the can. Just an important note, I'm not going to show you, but the end of the can to take off is the one with the label on it, where it says, I'll do it anyway, where it's got the writing on it. Okay? That way if you throw that in with your beer, you'll be able to recall which beer it was. And you should be labelling your beer either way. So, we need to use this stir. Was about 16 to 18 degrees before, however the carboy is sitting at 30 at the moment, so it's 250 grams of dextrose. Now I'll stop stirring for a moment so you can actually hear me. It's hot enough at the moment that everything will melt, will dissolve. Next in is the 300 grams of malt. Now this can clump up, however, followed by that is the final kilo of extra malt. So start it gradually because it does tend to clump up. However, it will ferment out. This if it doesn't all dissolve first. So that spoon, every time it's coming out of the vessel, is going into a clean container. The only thing that's been in that is boiled water. Okay, so now we've got 1.3 kilo of extra malt brewing sugar in there, and 250 grams of dextrose. This will be a nice, lightly hopped bitter beer and will be well carbonated. The other thing to add to that, we'll be putting 750ml bottles with 2 carbonation drops per bottle. Technically I shouldn't have touched that because the packaging hasn't been sterilised, but this hand is not going in that fermenter. Yeah, looking good. Okay, now we're at 32 degrees and we need to add some water to that, so what I have is 10 litres of water that I got for about $4. Spring water. The cap does not want to come off. Don't tell me I've got to add this slightly. That will not do. I'll just pause this for a moment while I get the lid off this big bottle. Okay, so the lid's off this 10 litre. This is just spring water. So we're getting pretty close. We're at the 8 litre mark at the moment. And I'll briefly pause this while I go and fill this bottle from the filter. Okay, I'm back. So while you were away, I added 5 litres of water, so we're up to 20 litre mark now. Now I have a litre of warmish water. It's probably been boiled for 10 minutes or so. Now, the fermenter's reading 22 degrees, so I'm going to add about 700ml. And the rest of the litre. So, apologies that you can't see the whole fermenter, but the point was that you could see what the ingredients were. Okay, so here's the important part. We're sitting at a good pitching temp around about 22 degrees. There's 21 litres in there, we want to make 23. So we'll just bring it up to the 23 litre mark. Nice and slow and easy. retention on the bottom so there's no goo, everything's well dissolved. It's at a pitching temp, so we have 2 yeast. Now, one thing to do quickly and importantly, if we can slow the roll of this down a bit. Check the gravity. Obviously this was clean and sanitized, and the only thing I've been touching is this equipment. A lot of air in there, but let's keep moving. I'm going to call that 1045. Okay, so the yeast is Thomas Cooper's yeast. However, being the middle of winter, and yeast tolerances being what they are, it's been quite a nice yeast. Yep, smells like fresh bread, which is exactly how it should. Around. Now, something that I always do is a secondary precaution, and I'll link this early on in the piece, is if you're adding more fermentables, you might need a little bit more yeast. You're still only going to ferment out the sugars that you originally had in there. It's not going to particularly make it more alcoholic. Most people wouldn't mix 2 different yeast or 2 different strain of yeast for whatever reason. However, if it's the same strain, then that's doable. So you can let the yeast sit on top, or you can mix it in. I choose to let it just sit on top. Now that the fermenter lid is locked in tight, all we need is an airlock, a bit of water in it. Such as this, which goes in the R. And we have a pitching temp of 22 degrees, and when that airlock starts to bubble, we'll have fermentation. So this should, on the can it says 6 days, but it may take up to 12 or 14 potentially in this sort of weather. So it produces quite a nice pale ale if bottled on glass in a long neck bottle. So yeah, if you're interested in doing that, it's really as simple as that. Enjoy your brewing, if that's your thing. Totally random. Thanks for watching. And if you have any questions, leave them in the comments.